also take this opportunity to welcome all my fellow program officers, NSS, and other professors, Deputy Dean, Students Welfare, the NCC officer Humayun sir is there, and IQSC cell, Professor Srinivasa Murthy sir, my beloved brother from the Department of Health Sciences, and IQSC cell from Subbalakshmi madam, and all other professors. I welcome you all, and also thank and welcome the EMMRC team for the last minute contact, and immediately they said yes, we do the best. And also not the least, all my newly joined NSS volunteers and other senior NSS volunteers, those who are helping us. I'm welcoming you, each and every one of you, the MC, my students, beloved students Harini and Maria, for their wonderful help. I welcome each and every one of you for this orientation program. Thank you.
Respected Vice Chancellor Ternagiri sir, our Honorable Director Clement sir, Registrar Futani sir, all the program officers of the NSS, including Praveen sir, Madhu, and NSS officer, NCC officer Humayun sir, our Deputy Dean of the Students Welfare, Dr. CB, and all the other dignitaries on the dais and in this auditorium. Dear newly inducted volunteers of the National Service Scheme of the Pondicherry University. Very good morning all of you, and I would like to welcome all the newly enrolled National Service Scheme volunteers for the Pondicherry University NSS community. I think today is the right day for launching this academic year's NSS activity, because of today is the memorial day for the architect of our constitution, B.R. Ambedkar. Through the Constitution Assembly itself, he said that higher education institution not restrict with the campus. They have every duty and responsibility to outreach the nearby community also. On the basis of that, the first Educational Commission also constituted under the chairmanship of Radhakrishnan, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan committee's one of the major recommendation is to NSS for the purpose of a connecting link between education institutions to the local community through volunteering purpose. In 1969, NSS launched with 40,000 volunteers. Right now, till the date now, it is a voluntary association for 14 million Indian youth. That a kind of paradigm shift happened to the volunteering process of the Indian university system. 1969 we started the exact year, because of that year is the centenary year for the Gandhiji's birth, on the theme of Gandhi in principle of Sarvodaya. And we help, or rightly our master of the ceremonies pointed out, not me but you is the theme or the slogan of the National Service Scheme. And we yesterday discussed with our Honorable Vice Chancellor. He has himself, he has some innovative idea about how to work with the NSS in the changing time. He advised all the NSS program officers along with the newly inducted volunteers, including the programs like the adoption of village, and also extending our literary activities, etc. When during the last week now, this cyclone period also, our volunteers, some of our volunteers now is actively engaging for food packaging for the needy people, and they are actively involving for voluntarily for the food distribution mechanism also. That's why this, according to the new education policy also, the 2 credits also is required for this uh, uh, this newly 4-year honors program. That's why for that task, by 2 credits, we fulfill 120 hours working hour is with the NSS activities also. Due to the time constraint and already we are on 2 hours late, can chat with after this official program also. Once again, I congratulate all and welcome all the newly enrolled NSS volunteers for the Pondicherry University National Service Scheme also. Thank you one and all.
Esteemed Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Dr. Sadish Kumar Squared, because there is a little change in their names. The stress is on Tish, Satish and Satish. That is the only difference. Program Coordinator and State Nodal Officer. Dr. Santosh Matthew, Program Officer, NSS. And all the participants here, invited guests, scholars and students. I am very happy that you are inaugurating this national service scheme, the orientation program for the year 24 to 26. I am happy to be a part of this wonderful function. Let me just tell you one small incident that has happened just 2 days ago in our guest house. I was coming out of the guest house and some program is going on there. Freshers party, I think, mostly, but I don't want to mention the department. There is a commotion. Students are scattered all over and they are doing their work allotted to them. But one student waylaid me when I was going out and told me, "Sir, I want a tray." But I was taken aback. Then I thought that I misheard him. Once again I asked him, "What do you want?" "Sir, tray, sir." "Why tray? One VIP is coming and the shawl has to be kept in the tray, but we don't have tray at present. Can you give me a tray?" In fact, I have to double check whether I have a tray in my hand or whether this fellow has taken me to be a tray seller or something like that. But I don't look like a man who is selling trays, at least. And then I just asked him, "Do you know who am I?" "I don't know, sir." "Then how can you stop me in the middle and then ask for a tray?" "I thought you will be having one." "You look like." And he has that ID card, and he is also the stage director, one more card. And with all these accomplishments, you do not know to whom you are addressing. This is the condition now. My dear friends, there are 2 ways of completing your academic career. One, totally ignorant of your bosses. After 5 or 10 years, you will be doing some business or you will be occupied in some other, work. But when people ask you, "Were you a student of Pondicherry University?" "Yes." "How many years ago?" 10 years ago. "Who was the Vice Chancellor then?" "There was a fair person. I know him if I happen to see him, but I don't remember the name." "Who is next in command?" "I don't know." "Who is the controller of examination then?" "I don't know." In most cases, my dear friends, the condition remains the same. But anyway, you get the degree and you will be well pleased. The other way is just like this, joining National Service Scheme, getting to know Everyone in the university from A to Z. Who are the students coordinators? Who are the students who are involved in the students' welfare? Is there any dean for that? Is there any assistant dean? All these things you are supposed to know. Otherwise, it would be as ridiculous as the incident that I described to you just now. Along with that, actually what this NSS unit strives for, this is not something new, because as I went through the principles that govern National Service Scheme, I understood that there is no much difference between what Bertrand Russell asserted so many years ago, the qualities, the essential qualities that make up an ideal character. And in fact, he has written a book. It is a voluminous book, and I will just tell you the content of the book in a nutshell. According to Bertrand Russell, everyone is supposed to have certain ideal qualities. But unfortunately, the ideal quality that you have, I may not be having. The ideal quality I have, you will be lacking. And is there anything that would be common to all the individuals? That is the question now. I have been introduced by the speaker that I am a good artist. But it is something good, but this will never make up the character of an individual. This is an additional quality, the additional merit that you have in your character. But that doesn't mean that everyone can become an artist. I may be an artist, but you may be a dancer, or you may be a singer, or you may excel in so many different fields. So, what in general that makes up an ideal character, this is what we should concentrate. At the outset, Bertrand Russell says, if a poet, when he is going somewhere, stops and looks at a flower, gazes at a flower for a long time like Wordsworth, this is something very ideal on the part of the poet. But he puts the same question, if a postman does it, it is not considered to be an ideal character that is prevalent in the postman, because he is not the one who is supposed to stare at the flower and enjoy it, because he has something to do. His duty is different. His duty is not just to enjoy a flower and then go away. Therefore, the four important qualities that make up an ideal character are, first one, vitality. What is vitality? The pleasure of living. The pleasure of sheer living. That is what you call vitality. I am living. I am existing in this world. The joy of living. That is something very important which we quite often ignore. We think that the joy of living is go to some places, tourist spots, and then enjoying our time. No. Every minute is very important to us. And when you live every minute accordingly, when you fill up every gap in your life in a profitable manner, that is what you call as life. The second one is sensitiveness. A quality that all of you should develop. And one quality or one offshoot of this sensitiveness is sympathy. And you can ask me, sir, what is actually the sympathy? Can you give me a very homely example? You go to maternity hospital. There, 50 small babies are kept in the cradle. There will be no noise and there will be no problem and everything is fine. Suddenly, one baby starts crying. And immediately it is followed by one more baby for no apparent reason. Because the first one may be having some problem, some stomach ache and etc. But why the second child should cry? That is what you call as the human, immediately followed by the third child. Then in unison, in high and low pitches, you can hear all the babies crying. This is what you call the human sympathy. And if the dog barks, the baby will ignore it. But the one who cries happens to be its own clan, from its own family. Something has gone wrong. That irritates the baby. The baby cannot reason out what is happening, but something seems to be irritating. All is not well, and therefore the baby is crying. This is what you call sensitiveness, and this sensitiveness is one thing that you should develop. And Russell says, suppose if you happen to see an accident in front of you and start crying, okay, that is something welcome. But do you have the same kind of an experience when you are reading it in the newspaper next morning? No. Because you are just reading it, what has been told. You are not getting that kind of sympathy. But when you happen to see the accident taking place right in front of you, you cry. But Russell says, don't develop this habit. But even when you read an incident, a thing that can move you, and if it is moving you, consider yourself as a human being. And don't wait that unless the incident is acted in front of you, you cry. But when you are reading it in the newspaper, you are not getting that kind of response. No, that is not good. The third one that you should develop in your life as a human being is courage. And this NSS gives you quite a lot of opportunity for developing courage. And according to Russell, absence of fear cannot be considered as courage. How many of you are without any kind of fear? Can you raise your hands? You may raise your hand, but in the heart of heart, you may be feeling that you still have palpitation. I may raise my hand like this, but my hand will be typing. Why? Because I have that inner fear. A small youth, he started challenging everyone that he is the most courageous man in the world, and he can go anywhere during the night time and do anything he likes. But his friends wanted to challenge him. There is a haunted graveyard. Haunted means, possessed by the devil. One graveyard has this bad reputation. Therefore, at night time, if you go there and garland that particular cross over the graveyard, we will consider you to be a very brave man. This youth immediately accepted the challenge. After all, this is a very simple task. 12 o'clock night I am going there. Give me a garland. I will put the garland over that graveyard which seems to have been haunted and come back. The friends also during the night time gave the garland and he took it. My dear friends, with one difference. What is that? When he was going there, his heart was on his throat. That means he started shivering. Even though he said that he was a brave man, he could not control his fear. He went there nevertheless. Then what happened? He put this garland over the graveyard and turned back. That's all. Immediately what happened? Something pulled his shirt at the back. He fell down and died. Then later, his friends came in the morning in order to see what has happened. Nothing. There is one nail, one small nail which is projecting out of that cross. And when this fellow turned, it was the nail that has pulled him back. But unfortunately, he has taken it to be the devil that has already been started working on him. And therefore he died. You see, there are two kinds of fears. One is the normal fear. The other one is abnormal fear. This is what Martin Luther King says. Normal fear is protective. Abnormal fear paralyzes you. Our ancestor, they feared pain, and that has led to the invention of painkillers. Our ancestors feared ignorance, that has led to the invention of scholarship, books, texts, and whatnot. If you fear a snake, that too a very big snake, in the densest part of Amazon, it is a normal fear. But if you fear a snake under your bed, it is an abnormal fear. Therefore, absence of fear alone cannot be considered as courage, but the ability to overcome fear. That is what you call as courage. The fourth one is the intelligence. We must develop intelligence because we are now living in the age of computer, and there is every chance of you being a computer potato. Because you don't want to read any text, you don't want to go to the library, everything is there in the small cell. And with the help of that, you are able to read or you are able to achieve anything that is a part of your life. But this is not the only thing. You have to develop knowledge. And the developing knowledge is not the actual knowledge you possess, but your receptivity to knowledge. How do you respond to knowledge? And according to Russell, you should have the curiosity of a cat. It is the curiosity that kills the cat, people say. Why? Because when the cat is left in a room, it will never keep quiet. It will go on finding places where there is any other way of going out. What are the things that the place has? And what are the things that it can explore? That kind of receptivity if you have to knowledge, and if you have that kind of a curiosity to knowledge, certainly you would achieve success. But unfortunately, whatever is taught to us by the teachers, you are satisfied. The curiosity is dead in you. If there is no curiosity, there is no life. I mean academic life. So develop your curiosity. This is the fourth important point. And all these things you will be able to achieve if you have the programs of this kind, so that you will be helping the society. As the great hunter turned writer said, Jim Corbett, it is our duty to make this planet a better place for others to live in. It is not for us. It is for others to live in. We have to make certainly this a different kind of a planet. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming Dr. Rajneesh Bhutani, the esteemed Registrar of Pondicherry University. With over 18 years of teaching experience, Dr. Bhutani is a well-respected figure in the academic community. His expertise spans across various fields of geochemistry, mineralogy, and global tectonics, making him a valuable resource for students and faculties. Today, we are privileged to hear from him as he delivers the felicitation address, sharing his thoughts and encouragement for the students embarking on their NSS journey.
Thank you, Maria and Ali. Okay, thank you very much for the nice introduction, and also for the nice initiation that you did for this particular program, telling the very nice story that every small action goes a big way. So thank you very much, and let me start by congratulating all of you today who are joining this program as volunteers. And congratulations, because this is a small step that you have initiated, that you have taken, and it is going to go a long way. Of course, you have done it for the others' sake, but it is going to go a long way in your own life, as Professor Clement was telling. In fact, listening to Professor Clement, I was thinking about what Professor Satish Kumar said, that many times I have said that listening to him itself is such a joyful experience and such a wonderful experience, but it is not correct. It is not many times. Every time that you listen to Professor Clement, it is such a wonderful experience. So I would like to congratulate all of you that you have listened such a wonderful, inspiring talk. And I must also start by thanking the organizers that they have arranged this orientation program for all the volunteers today. Today, at this pious occasion, this occasion for introspection, reflection, and rededication ourselves to the cause of the nation, when we are all commemorating and remembering Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar on his 68th death anniversary. So, congratulations, thank you. The team who have organized, Professor Satish Kumar, our coordinator for this particular NSS program, program officer Santosh Matthew and Dr. Praveen. And most importantly, I must also acknowledge the presence of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, who never misses, no matter how important other things are there, but wherever students are involved, such kind of programs are involved, he makes sure that no matter what happens, he is there on the dais for inspiring all of us. So thank you, Professor Tarnikar Su, Honorable Vice Chancellor. Professor Clement, of course, Nodal Officer of the Pondicherry government, another Dr. Satish Kumar. So I am thanking all of you to start with, because of you I am here to share my own thoughts to the younger generation, particularly the volunteers. Now this key word is the volunteer here, because you are the one who yourself have chosen to come forward and dedicate some of your time for the national service scheme or national service for service of the community. And I was also listening to Dr. Santosh Matthew when he reminded that the motto of the NSS is not me but you. Thinking of what Professor Clement was telling, that this is the joy of existence that one should feel. Both of these things reminded me another study that I had read about some long time back, and that is a longitudinal study carried out by certain professional psychologists to find out what makes a person happy. So they targeted certain subjects and they followed them for a long period of time, and then they finally zeroed in that neither it is money nor it is fame which keeps a person happy. It is the person who got the opportunity for sharing, the person who had good family support, and the person who got opportunities to do something for the others. That is the most happiest person. Now this is the NSS which provides you that opportunity, and when you say not me but you, I would go one step further, that by saying you are doing the biggest help to yourself. No, if somebody says the NSS is teaching you selflessness, and many of your colleagues or many of your fellow students also may tell you, hey, you are going to spend so much of time, you are going to waste so much of time, I am going to use that time in studying so that I can get good grades and good job, and I will not be wasting my time like you. Some people may, they are skeptics and they could try to discourage you. But let me tell you, the best thing anybody can do to yourself, to myself, if I want to be very, very selfish, the best thing to be very selfish is to be selfless, do selfless work for others. Because that will provide you the inner joy, that will give you some kind of sense of actually justifying your existence. Because being a human, we are hardwired. We are not people, or we are not, as Professor Clement very nicely has pointed out, that even right from the birth, we are social animals. We cannot live without society. We cannot say that, okay, I don't care about anyone, I will only think about myself. But that is only superficial. If you really want to do that, then you have to do something for the society. And those people, I feel very privileged, those who get this opportunity. Otherwise, most of the people will keep on doing effort to create such opportunities so that they can do something for the others. And unless they do something for the others, they will not feel calm, no matter how much money you give them, no matter how much power you give them, no matter how much fame you give them. A person will not feel content, a person will not feel happy inside unless he gets an opportunity to do something for the others. And in that way, all of you are lucky and wise and very smart people that who have chosen to join this program, because this program, you don't have to go extra mile to create such opportunity. People are there, program officers are there, well-laid framework is there, well-laid systematic manner that this program is moving forward, and that is the idea of today's orientation program, that everything will be told to you, that what are the opportunities which university is going to provide you under this scheme that will enable you to go out, go out of the campus, within the campus, reach out to the people and do whatever best you can do for them. So in that way, I'm very happy that I also got invited to share some of this, convey just this feeling to you. In that me also add a little bit to that, when Professor Clement, because whatever I'm trying to tell you is basically provoked, the thoughts are all provoked by previous speakers' speech. So when you say that knowledge, is the key motivation for me to actually join in this place. So could this NSS be also helping me to acquire some knowledge? Or if you say that at this stage of my life being as a student, I want to learn as much as possible, and what NSS gives me towards that direction, let me tell you that this is another biggest added advantage of joining NSS is that the kind of knowledge that you will get, no other textbook, no other YouTube lectures or online course or any curriculum in that way will provide you. And that is actually talking to different kinds of people, that interpersonal skill, developing the empathy that he very eloquently was trying to tell you. Developing that empathy comes only when you interact with the people, when you try to learn from their perspective, when you try to see the other side of the story. And those stories that NSS would provide you when you go out in the society, that knowledge, that learning is very difficult to get from by any other means, unless you take some effort and travel around, or you read lot of different character story, read lot of literature. Otherwise you will not get such opportunities. In that way, if you say that my ultimate goal or ultimate motivation of joining this university is to learn as much as possible, NSS, being an NSS volunteer, you are also going to achieve that goal to the fullest possible way that one can do it. So in that way, I don't think further motivation, further encouragement or further inspiration you would require, because you already are inspired a lot so that you are present here. I'm also very well aware that many of you are eagerly waiting to get the prizes and the certificate also for the work that you have already been doing, because I see some prize distribution is also there. I'm also eagerly waiting to listen our Professor Taranikar also, so I won't take much time. Let me again thank everyone who were involved in organizing this particular function. Congratulations to all of you, and I wish a great success for all the volunteers who have joined this NSS. Thank you.
Respected Dean Sir, respected Registrar Sir, respected Coordinator of Pondicherry NSS University, and all the program officers, NCC officers and various professors from various departments, and dear NSS volunteers, good afternoon to everyone. So it gives me a great immense pleasure to be here on this orientation program. Actually, I was in a plan to meet the VC the month of December 15 to discuss about the NSS, and unfortunately last week I got a call from the coordinator, Dr. Satish from Social Work Department, NSS coordinator, that today we have a program, so we are being invited. And it's also a good moment here for me to share so many things here. So basically the previous persons who were on the dais spoke very well about the NSS, and it was a good memories also, which we all learned from our schools and colleges and as well as from our lifetime. So this NSS plays a very big platform to each and everyone. So wherever the personalities who are in a higher position, if we ask them, they will proudly say that I am an NSS volunteer. I hope I'll accept, the people on the dais will be also accepting this. And here in this NSS, our coordinator has said that for several years NSS was not been conducted here. and from 2016 they have started. But even though it was been started in the year 2016, not started, it was again reunioned. I hope 2 program officers are there. That is Santosh Matthew and another one program officer. So they were being here, and I was addressing on in the year 2022, giving orientation there. But even then there was a less number of program only. But hereafter I hope that when I was having a discussion with the coordinator, he told that according to the NEP, NSS will be one of the subject, and everyone will be taking part in that through academic wise and extra co-curricular activities also wise. So this NSS platform will surely make all the volunteers who are present here or who are going to take part in the NSS along with the program officer of Pondicherry University, they has a good platform. So at present, our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, he has introduced so many schemes. That is, now they have introduced the Vikshit Bharat. So 5th was the last date. Again they have extended the date that all the NSS volunteers should themselves register in My Bharat portal. So yesterday was the last day. Since there is a poor responsible from the volunteer side from all over this India, they have extended the date till December 10th, and I request a coordinator to give advice to the program officer to register. This is not only for NSS volunteers, it is for all the youths present in the India. So anyone can participate in that, and they have a good opportunity to meet the Prime Minister of India on January 11th and 12th. So for that, they have to enroll themselves in the My Bharat, and they have to take part in the quiz competition. So there will be 10 questions in that link Vikshit Bharat, they have to attend. Those who are getting the highest mark will be going to the next step, that is the essay competition. Those who are getting through that, again they will be having a PowerPoint presentation. So there are various topics for the development of India only through youth. So I request a coordinator to give a very big advertisement based upon this to the university students, and I request all of them to register here. And next, coming to the finance, the state NSS cell gives fund to the university, but I have received that the program officers are not receiving the fund properly, and those funds are being again returned back to the central government of India. So there is lackness in the finance department, I came to know, because everyone has opened a CNA account, that is central nodal account. So I keep a word here to the Vice Chancellor sir, because program officers are working, they have to spend the amount for the refreshment of the event to the volunteers, but that is not been taken back. The amount is being again sent back to the central university, central government, Ministry of Youth and Sports Affairs. So from Karaikal, from Pondicherry, I have got so many suggestions that we are not getting proper fund. So the fund may be properly utilized for the volunteers' sake. So this is my humble submission here, sir. And next, volunteers, I request here that they have to cooperate with the program officer and do all the activities. So when I was sitting here, one student came and asked me, sir, what is the procedure for me to take part in the Republic Day Parade camp? So already the procedure has been over, selection has been over, we are waiting for the result. So tomorrow or day after tomorrow, 2 students from Pondicherry will be going to the Delhi, and they will be taking part in the Republic Day Parade from January 1 to February 3rd. After that only they will be returning back here. So through this NSS activities, what are all the benefits? If you ask, there are so many benefits. You can get awards. You can take part in various activities, national camp activities. So this will be detailedly described in the next event. So I don't want to take much more time. My only humble submission here is, I want all the volunteers to be very dedicatively take part in the NSS event and do the service for the society. So as the NSS motto is there, not me but you. So with this, I conclude my talk, and I thank the organizers and the Vice Chancellor for giving me this wonderful opportunity to stand in front of you to say about few words about the NSS. Thank you all.
Program. We are honored to have Professor K. Taranikavisil, the Vice Chancellor of Pondicherry University, to deliver the inaugural address.
Please join me in welcoming our esteemed Vice Chancellor.
Yeah, respected Director, Culture and Cultural Relations, Professor Clement Lourdes, Professor Rajneesh Bhutani, Registrar, Pondicherry University, Professor Lazar, Finance Officer, Pondicherry University, and Dr. Satish Kumar, State Nodal Officer, NSS, Government of Puducherry, and Dr. Santosh Matthew, Program Officer, NSS Unit 2, and Dr. C. Satish Kumar, Program Coordinator, NSS Pondicherry University, and Dr. A. Praveen, Program Officer, NSS Unit 5, Pondicherry University, and all the NSS Unit Program Officers and the NSS volunteers and the HODs, faculty members, deans, and NSS NCC coordinator, and all the IKC staff, IKC coordinators. Good morning, everyone. It is indeed good afternoon now. Sorry for the delay. 6th December is a very important day for many events. You may be knowing it. And also, in addition, there was a short film festival in the JN auditorium where Minister also attended this. That was the reason for the delay. Sorry for the delay. And when the Satish Kumar met me along with the program officers, so I had a very detailed discussion how to take this NSS volunteers into next level, because he said that the response is overwhelming and every year the numbers are increasing. And at present 600 NSS volunteers are there. So 600 student is very huge number, I can say. So our motto is the change the society. So 600 people are volunteering to change the society. We can do really very good changes in and around society. So I was discussing with the team also. So let us not conduct these programs for a ritual, for a certificate. Let us do it really, we can plan. Yes. So let us do it really, we can plan it, and then especially the Pondicherry, there are many social services we can really do and change the life of the people. There is a lot of opportunity. So in doing the service in Pondicherry, it is really for you also, it is satisfying, because when you make the step to volunteer, that means you are already content, and the content is the basic quality for a good attitude, and attitude of understanding our life, what we are, what we have to do. So you all have that quality. So I personally always feel that life starts when you feel that we have to do for others. Before that, if you keep on do for yourself, there is no end. Even at many people die without worrying about other than that particular person. Then there is no life there. So mind is like this, whatever you think, it will show that, it is correct. So the real life if you want to live very satisfactorily, then start thinking about others, how to do our service to others. Of course, as our registrar mentioned, when you do for others, you will definitely get many advantages, as he rightly pointed out. See, the people who do the service to others, they will not feel lonely. They always feel there are some people who are less privileged than us. Then it feels that God is great. We will feel satisfied, we will feel gratitude to the nature or God. So God is there to, at least they taken care of me, at least those things which is underprivileged they don't have. So that situation brings you feel that the content and the satisfaction. So you will not get any depression also. So depression comes when your eager comes, when something goes in this way or that way, that mind work like this. But when you started feeling, so I am here to work for others, you will not get, the depression. So these are the problems for the mostly youngsters. So they feel always lonely, they feel always secluded. The reason is themselves only. If you are open up and say, I am here for the social life and I am here for the social work, then you feel everyone is helping you, everyone is understanding you, everyone is there for understanding you. So you are all here for this. I am really happy. The number is increasing, and I always tell my colleagues, the present day generation, whatever you complain, the present day generations they are very honest. They honest to the core. So if you say something to them, you have to respect their words. If you respect their words, they will not say anything against you. So being honest students and coming here for work for the service, so we have to really plan. I discussed with the program coordinators, not routine things, whatever you do, let us plan something which is very necessary for the society. Like whatever is mentioned, we can adopt the villages and take a survey, what is their need really, why they are not able to grow, let us psychologically or financially. These are the things we can first find out. There are some specialists here in the program officers from the MBA also. They can chart out how to go about this. First find the issues related to the society, issues of the society. Then you can sit down and when you go to them also, you can take what is your primary issue you have, how NSS can help you. So let us take the data and then we will sit down and chart out how we can contribute. There are many schemes, there are many associations, there are many NGOs who are really ready to help. So this is the teamwork. If you really plan 600 students, large way we can change the society. So I am really looking forward. I am really enthused to see how we can plan our this year, how to go about the schemes. Now when I see the competitions like these type of competition, we are not the student council or student union. Let us not do all those things. Let us really do the service. During the service, let the program officer find out, this is the person he contributed more, okay, in NSS. So let us give the certificate or any medal. So that is our agenda. So instead of going ahead and then getting together, have chit chat with everyone, going as a party or a picnic, let us not do this. So let us be very honest. So plan your agenda and then execute it. So when you go out for any NSS scheme, please plan it, and when you come out, then everybody should speak about your NSS visit, should speak about the contribution we are doing for particular place wherever you go. So let us plan this. Pondicherry University brand is, once you say Pondicherry University is doing this, it will be in the limelight. So it is not, I am not telling to bring limelight into Pondicherry University also. When you do this, the awareness will be more. The public awareness is the important thing. If you go and find out, you are all new now, you all joined new, this is the orientation program, you will see the awareness even at 21st century, many people do not have the information. Even it is there in the internet, but still they do not know. So our duty is to, main thing is to give the awareness. So this is the way you can go. For your issue, you do this. So we will help you to come out of the issues, to help you to grow. So this is the thing, we are like a catalyst to help the society to grow. So in this, let us all assume not to go with the regular place, cleaning some place, come out. So these are all routine things we have to do. But the end, no, the awareness will not be there. So some people, university people came and clean it and go. That should not be there. So our awareness should be very unique, and it should reach the public. Please, I request the program officers to plan like this. So our state nodal officer was also telling related the finance and other things. I got the different opinion from our program officers. They are not getting enough fund, but he is telling the money is there, but we are not utilizing it. I would like to tell our state nodal officer, you don't worry about, you give whatever the money you have, we will spend within a week or so. So we have a very clear cut schemes, and now at present I think we are running on our own resources, correct? So we don't want to depend on the state NSS. That may be the reason they are running it. Otherwise, if already money is sent, we will definitely take the note of it, and I will also discuss with our finance officer to chart out how best we can utilize the fund for the benefit of the students and the community. So I am really happy to be part of this NSS orientation program 24-26. So I am really happy that more students are there to give the national service. Thank you, one and all.
As we near the conclusion of this memorable day, it's time to express our gratitude to everyone who made this event possible. We invite Dr. A. Praveen, Program Officer of NSS Unit 5, Pondicherry University, to deliver the vote of thanks.
NSS students of this Pondicherry, this sacred place, Pondicherry University, a vibrant university of the whole nation. So we are really proud that you are having an opportunity to study here and doing the service for the people. And it's because of you, it has been so successful. So once again, on behalf of NSS Pondicherry University, the behalf of our program coordinator and behalf of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, the Director and the Registrar Sir and the State Coordinator as well, we thank the students of Pondicherry University who are wholeheartedly involved in the NSS program across the state.